Hello everyone, welcome to Orange Sunset Retreats. This video is going to be about the outside of the actual RV. So the first thing is, here's the door to access the coach. When you're opening and closing the door, here's the mechanisms to lock it. Whenever the vehicle's in motion, we highly recommend that this door always remain locked. Due to risks of vibrations, the door can always pop open and you don't want that to happen. So it's unlocked when the two red dots are aligned. It is locked when the two red dots are not aligned. If you want to have just the screen open or the screen closed and the door open, you just push this down so bugs don't get in. This is when you're kind of relaxing. Okay? Or you can have it attached to the actual door. Now, I'll start with the awning. So I'm not going to open the awning all the way, but there's a little panel here. Make sure that the electricity is on, or you could be full hookup. The awning is this bottom button. You just push up and the awning will open up. Now, when the awning extends all the way, you will see some yellow tape. The yellow tape tells you when to stop the awning. It also mentions to bring the awning in at night, when it is raining, or when there's extensive wind. And obviously do not move the vehicle whenever the awning is extended. Also, the awning will not work if the keys are in the ignition. It's sort of a safety feature that they actually have. So continuing on the outside, there's actually two TVs. There's one TV on the outside. Here's a radio. Here are the remote controls. One of them is labeled outside for the TV, and then radio. There's another TV above the twin up there. There's an actual separate gray remote for that as well. Now the TVs will not work unless you are at a full hookup electrical site. We don't recommend using them just for the generator. That's kind of excessive just for TVs. And besides, you guys are going to be camping. You probably won't even watch TV anyways. But if you do, you have to have full hookup for the TVs to actually work. A couple of electrical outlets right here. Going on down. You're not going to have to mess with this. This is your gas tank for propane. This provides all kinds of gas for the actual RV. So like I said, this should be on when you pick it up and drop it off. So you shouldn't have to mess with that. Here is a water hose hookup. There is a little water hose that I can show you when we go to the storage. All you do is sort of plug it in, and then you can clean off, your animals or your kids or whatever the case is. The only thing is, this only works when it's pressurized. So you either have to have the water pump on, or you have to have a full hookup pressurized water for this to actually work. Coming on over. If you want to bring your own gas grill, I actually have a hookup for this. This can come out, you open up the gas, and then this pulls directly from the propane tank. I have a 12-foot cord that you can hook up to here, and then go to your actual stove, your gas stove, and then from there you can actually use that as well. Coming on back, if you prefer charcoal, the RV comes with an actual grill, a charcoal grill. We do provide some charcoal. You can always get your own. So if you want to grill outside, you're always free to do that. You can see there's quite a bit of storage space in here. The tires on the RV are very unique, so it's unlikely that you'll find that tire at any regular tire shop. So we do have one here. Now it's not your job to change the tire. Whenever you get your roadside assistance on the actual RV platform, the person who comes out, if there ever is a flat tire, all they have to do is change the tire, and then you can be on your way. You don't have to be towed or anything like that. So that's the whole idea behind that actual spare tire. Coming on over, there is a little step here. Now this step makes it a lot easier to actually access your storage. However, this step always needs to be up whenever the vehicle is in motion. This right here is for your sewage hose. In a separate video, I'll show you how to do full hookup and dumping. But your sewage hose is 15 feet long, and it actually extends. That's in there. You shouldn't have to mess with that. Little leveler, if you're concerned about your level. Now coming up here, here's what the RV will actually come with. It'll come with 2 camping chairs, a third chair. Coming on over here, you can take a look over here. This blue hose is if you're gonna do full hookup or put water into the water reservoir. This green hose is flushing out the black tank. This blue hose is the nozzle that I mentioned earlier for pressurized water if you want to squirt down something. This black hose right here is for the gas propane. So if you want to hook up your own gas stove that I went over earlier, you can actually connect it using this 12-foot hose here. Coming on over here, if you're going to do full electrical hookup, here's that for the electricity, a broom. Down here, if you ever need a jump or if you want to jump somebody, you have 2 jumper cables. Here's just an extension cord for you guys if you want to use it. Down here, I actually have levelers. So if you feel that the RV is off keel and it's unleveled, you can actually use these to park your tire on and level out the vehicle. But if you're going to a camping site or an RV resort, those places are usually pretty level already. And then just some extra tools. Here's cones if you ever need to pull over for safety. And then if we ever get anybody who is interested in towing, we do have brake and reverse lights that are fully compatible with the RV. So all we would do is hook this up to the trailer that you're towing, and then you would actually have access to brake lights and reverse lights. If you do ever need to remove the hubcaps from the tires, for the person who comes out to actually change your tire, the hubcaps, they just pop off. So you got to kind of like just jimmy them off a little bit carefully, and then they pop off. It's kind of deceiving. It looks like they have lug nuts in order to get the hubcaps off. You don't need to do that. It's all an illusion. So all you do is jimmy off the hubcap, and then you'll see the actual lug nuts underneath there. And I believe that is the storage. Extra hooks if you guys want to hang stuff. Okay, we'll come around. Again, this vehicle is the Darwin. So I'll go over this in another video, but this is going to be for your full hookup / dumping. Here you have your water reservoir. This is for people going dry camping usually. This gives you a reservoir of water to use. This is if you want to flush your black tank. And then this is for full hookup. Right here, unleaded gasoline only. This is for electrical full hookup. I'll go over all that in another video. Water heater, you don't have to do anything with that. Down here is your generator. You don't have to do anything to the generator. It's built in, and you just have access to the controls on the inside. This is extra storage right here. This is for sewage, actually, for sewage material. So in here you have gloves. You have an adapter to dump or full hookup for sewage. And then you have a little sidewinder here. This is what you actually can put your sewage hose on if you're doing full hookup, or preventing the sewage hose from getting too dirty. So these go in there. Okay, and then again, this is just the water heater. You don't have to do anything to this. This is just the vent. And then coming all around, full circle, you've got the front of the vehicle again. There are actually some lights up there that, we hardly ever use. And that is pretty much the outside of the RV. Thank you for watching the video.